Get ready for the Work Better podcast. I'm Toree McQueen, here to share stories on what's working and what's not in business and in life from humans all over the world. I believe everyone's version of success looks different, but in the end, we should all love our life's work, and in doing so, live a life of complete fulfillment. And if you don't love your work, I'm hoping you'll tune in and uncover some inspiration here to work better. Hey, my friends. Today is gonna be a quick little conversation, and hopefully it turns into a nice, short, sweet little message for you on the one thing that really shifted my mindset around success. So many people have fear around success and they don't even realize that they have it. And more specifically today, I'm going to talk about how I've dealt with old fears around success and money. I know for many that success is defined so differently. And for me, success has a lot to do with time, freedom, love, adventure, and peace of mind, and really being true to myself. However, it has also had a lot to do with money because I believe that with money, you can do so much more and get more of that time, more of that freedom, more love, more peace of mind and who you are, all of that without stress, right? What I hadn't really realized about myself, though, which took me years to figure out, and it wasn't until, a year or two ago, I realized how negatively I had thought about money and success, mostly due to random comments that I had heard all throughout my childhood and entire life. And it actually affected my own internal beliefs about it, which I didn't even know I had. And I'm talking about these kinds of thoughts and that maybe you might be able to relate to. So the thoughts of, thinking people with money are selfish, people who want money are shallow, people just chase money, won't ever find happiness. You just take your family on vacation so you can escape your reality. You need money because life isn't good enough for you. Because you want to strive for more, it means you're not happy. If you buy nice things, you're materialistic. If you work as a mom just for money so you can pay someone else to raise your kids, that's selfish. If you hire people to clean your house, you're lazy. You're arrogant if you hire people if you can do it. All these sorts of comments, all these sorts of beliefs that just kind of linger in the back of your mind that you don't even know you have. I'm a pretty optimistic person, but really getting down to it and working with coaches and realizing what is really stopping me. And it is a fear of success, fear of money, fear of having these things, right? And I'll share with you something, one of my sisters once said to me when I asked her if she just simply wanted to go on an out of state trip to Disneyland or Mexico together. And I'm sure she's fine with me sharing this with you guys because I know she tends to listen to this sometimes, but it was so long ago and we're totally in a new place now. But this is what she said. I don't need to go anywhere to be happy like you do. I love my family. Ouch. Right? It basically implied she didn't need all the extra stuff that I needed in my life. And that if I loved my family, they would be good enough for me and I wouldn't feel the need to travel with them and be so adventurous with them all the time. Ugh, it was such a dagger. And that same sister once put on my cake, "Why are you so smart, bitch?" decorated on my graduation cake when I graduated college because, I was the one who got there first. I was a bitch for being smart and selfish for wanting more. Yet my family was what was most important to me and a core value to the bone. And I wanted so badly for people to understand that. I wanted to hang out with family more, but hardly anyone could be happy for me wanting the lifestyle that I wanted or was working so hard for. So there was such a disconnect. And again, I'm sure my sister and I can laugh about it now, but at the time, I am sure neither her nor I knew how much that actually impacted my thoughts around money and success. Oh, and those comments didn't just come from her. It was consistently from different people, friends, family, neighbors, many, many people that I had been around that made these little sly comments that gave me those beliefs or that I allowed to believe these certain beliefs. I was the odd duck in this department, it seemed like. And I was always optimistic and seeked out opportunities, but these are the comments that are constantly been fed to me. I was the one who had it easy, the one who just goes for it, but gets it easily, and as if it were a bad thing, right? My fear of success and money was that if I had it, people would think I didn't care about them or I was too good for them or it meant that they weren't good enough for me. I also had a lot of guilt around working and hiring house cleaners or lawn maintenance because why would I work to pay for someone else to raise my kids or clean or maintain my house? I felt selfish. And instead of leveraging, I tried to do it all by myself for the longest time. I did it for years and I was proud of it. But then I realized I kept hitting a wall and I was just being dumb for believing these things. I mean, I think back even in my college days and the people I looked up to, and I thought, wait, I babysat and nannied for this family. And I loved the mom and looked up to the mom, and she was an amazing mom. So that can't possibly be true, that she was lazy and just cared about money. She cared about me and she brought me in. There's so many things that I was believing that I totally knew weren't true. Many of the people around me doing it all or trying to do it all themselves were in fact miserable. Not just miserable, but negative and judgmental towards others and hard on themselves too. When originally I had thoughts of people who were successful, I had thought that they were the most judgmental, the most negative, and most miserable. But the more I ventured out to meet other people who I deemed successful or that I admired, the more I realized the beliefs about success and money were complete BS. And that no matter how much success or money people have, it doesn't always dictate their character or their happiness. But there are miserable people who hurt people at the bottom of the income bracket just as much as at the top tier of the pyramid. My fear of success and money was really, really holding me back. Because get this, I was thinking about me. Let me say that again. I was thinking about me, what others would think of me. Ouch again, right? I was being selfish and making it all about me. But here's the kicker that changed everything. It's so much more than myself. It's about way more than myself. So, this is what really changed everything, my entire mindset. This one thing I started saying to myself changed my mindset around everything and all this stuff that was said to me or that I believed in. It's really changed due to saying this one thing to myself. And it's this: it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about serving others and helping others. It's about showing up and giving others your true best self. It's not about me and how people feel about me or what they think of me. It's about the more I grow, the more I can give and love. If I can just keep loving and doing what I love and getting better at what I do, the more I can love and impact others. It's about showing my kids how to follow the path that they were meant to follow. It's about hiring as many people as I can so I can support as many families as I can. This includes babysitters, house cleaners, lawn maintenance, photographers, employees, leaders, contractors. The more people I can hire, the more people I am giving opportunities to, the more that I am serving and the more that I'm supporting them along their own journeys. When I was doing it all myself and I was trying to protect my ego, I was doing it because of what others would think about me. Now, when I say it's not about me, it literally releases all of that. It releases everybody's opinion. It releases what I feel others are thinking about me. Because guess what? It's not about me. It's so simple, but it has really, really transformed my mindset around the things that I do and why I do the things that I do. This works in leadership. This works in marriage. This works in dealing with a client or as a parent with your kids. When you make it about giving or loving or serving others, you realize the only thing you have to give is your true self. So being true to yourself isn't even about you. It's about making the world a better place. It's not about me. I had realized that if I'm worried about what everyone else thinks of my journey of success, I am making it about me. But when I start refocusing on how is my decision serving others, how is this affecting others, that is when I was better able to focus on my path without others' thoughts getting in the way. I know it seems backwards, but when I made it about me, it was infectious for myself and for everyone else around me. When I made it about more than just myself, it was effective. I'm able to positively impact others on a greater level. It's not about me. I also realized that people who project their fears of success onto you has nothing to do with you or me either. And if what you do makes them feel less than, they are making it about themselves also, when in reality, your success has nothing to do with them. Me realizing that on my journey through success and earning more money and having more freedom, people tend to see you as, money driven, right? Or that we only care about money. And you just realize it's completely BS. So, my friends, I hope I'm getting this point across. And I hope if you're feeling how I did or get caught up in some of the mental setbacks on your journey, you dig deep and just ask yourself, am I making this about me? And tell yourself, it's not about me. And then just keep on swimming, my friends. Until next time. Well, my friends, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Work Better podcast. I hope you've wrapped up your golden nugget and take it with you on your journey to finish out the week. Don't forget to follow, subscribe, leave a review, or reach out to me personally if you have any special requests for guests or questions you'd like me to share on the show. In the meantime, I'll be over here rooting for you. Until next time.